Okay, so let's change gears a little bit. Actually, when I say that, it means I want to go back to something that we talked about earlier. So we talked about high blood pressure, risk of stroke, heart attack, things of the sort. But I saw a question that, again, this whole thing just shattered my whole heart. All going through the questions. But this question, nobody believes that my menopause causes my blood pressure to become extremely high. Can we just sit on that for a minute? Can we just sit on the fact that we have Black women who potentially have high blood pressure and nobody believes them? That is crazy. That is crazy. So, going back to the question, how can I control my emotions and appetite? I'm afraid I will have a stroke. What can we do, Dr. Stan? How can someone who feels like because of menopause, they're having dangerously high blood pressure, how can they take control by looking at their emotions and appetite? What steps can be taken to reduce the risk of these serious health issues like having a stroke?
Yes, this is a great question, and blood pressure is my jam. So, the first thing, whether you're in menopause, not menopause, have high blood pressure, don't have high blood pressure, every single person in their home, especially if you're Black, you need to have a blood pressure monitor in your home. You need to be checking your blood pressure. You should know where your numbers are. Blood pressure constantly fluctuates for whatever cause, stress, menopause, what we're eating, whatever have you. And so you should always know what your numbers are. Blood pressure should technically be less than 130 over 80. So when you go to your doctor's offices, you need to have a sheet with your blood pressures on it and bring that to the doc because there is absolutely no way we can use that in-office reading to say this person has high blood pressure or this person's blood pressure is well controlled. And we need to see it. I need to see it in your environment because that matters most to me. Menopause has been associated, though, with a rise in high blood pressure. And normally my conversation goes a little something like this. 55-year-old female comes into the office, new patient. She wants to meet me. She wants me to be her doc. We talk. I check her blood pressure. It's a little high. She's like, Doc, my blood pressure is never high. Again, I'm a new doc to her care. Maybe the white coat is stressing her out. So again, that's why I'm coming into the office with those readings and we go over them together is the most efficient way to manage blood pressure. But let's keep going with this patient. Then we check her blood levels. We get a cholesterol check in this patient because she too is scared about stroke and family history of issues in her parents. So we obtain her levels and we notice that her cholesterol is high. We talk about stroke because one of the indications for having stroke is having high cholesterol. Cholesterol is in our blood. And when we go through the menopause transition, again, the blood vessels start to change, which causes the high blood pressure to come up. And then we also see changes in our cholesterol because that beautiful hormone estrogen causes it protects us. It protects our blood cholesterol levels. It naturally lowers them in women. But when we go through the menopause transition, we no longer have that estrogen as much as we did. As a result, things like the cholesterol, the LDL, the bad cholesterol starts to creep on up. It starts to creep on up. And so patients like, Doc, I never had an issue with my cholesterol, never had an issue with my cholesterol, never had an issue with my blood pressure. What is going on? This is a common conversation I have. And I explain what estrogen is doing. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a different treatment course that we use. So if a person has high blood pressure from menopause, I'm going to treat them the same way as I would if a person was not in menopause. I'm going to treat your blood pressure to reduce your risk of stroke. I'm going to treat your cholesterol to reduce your risk of stroke. And controlling your emotions and appetite, I think the first thing is recognizing that this is not in your head. Well, it's in your head, but you're not making it up. It is a physiologic process that is causing us as women to go through these changes. And I think that realizing that is key. And then in terms of the appetite, again, trying to find different foods, because one thing that people don't realize when you eat processed foods, imagine it like this. You eat a burger from McDonald's or wherever, whatever. You eat this burger. Your brain is telling yourself, oh, I'm going to get this nice, nutritious meal. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to get all my nutrients from this food. But then your body tries to metabolize this processed meal and it realizes I'm not having any of the nutrients that my brain told me I was going to get. That process triggers more hunger. Then you find yourself eating more. I don't know how many people eat fast food. I used to eat fast food. I would eat it and I would feel hungry a couple hours later. I just had a burger and fries. Why am I hungry 3 hours later? What's going on? It's not because you are greedy or anything like that. You're eating empty calories. And that will stimulate more appetite when your body isn't getting the nutrients and vitamins and minerals it needs from the foods. So that's kind of look at what you're eating and transition that so that you can get the things that we need in our bodies to make us well.
Nikki is mentally shattered. She's mind blown. And I'm right there with you, Nikki. I'm just here soaking up everything. Dr. Standifer is so not guys, isn't she so knowledgeable? I want to see fire emojis again. If you are soaking it up as much as I am, and if you are enjoying this webinar, I want to see listen, I want the chat set ablaze. For us to continue, we have to burn this thing down. I want to
Burn
see
it up,
fire.
y'all. Burn it up. I'm here
Burn
for
it up, burn
y'all.
it up. Love, 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 love. Yes. I love that. We have energy and we have vibes. We don't like boring things around here. So love it.